campaign as well. See there, the Kletter Centrum outdoor competition wall set beneath the peaks of the Nordkette chain in the Carven. In the semi-final. If you've never watched bouldering before, the 4 ways in which we separate the climber, the most important measurement is how many of the 5 qualification boulders they manage to top. Next way we rank them is how many zones they reach. Each boulder has a clearly marked zone, and if they're still tied, it comes down to attempts to top and then finally attempts to zone. And as I say, we want the top 20 climbers through. It's going to be the top 10 from each qualifying group, A and B. 2 tops in quick succession for Gejo and Stasa.
Ich will nichts hören, was noch jetzt war. Spannende Sachen, aber sehr schwierig. So ist ja lustig, also nicht mehr ganz. Die führende im Boulder gesamten Weltcup aus Japan, aus Japan, Boulder, am Rechten Liebesgrößen. Gamba, Gamba! Gamba, Gamba! Ebenfalls XTV am Schluss voraus. Very talented boulder progress today.
Could be a bit of evolution of conditions as the day goes by, but certainly no guarantee they're going to get worse. If the forecast is right, yeah, it could get tricky for those later on, but we shall see. The forecasts have been very unreliable for the past few weeks here in Innsbruck. 56 women in each qualifying group, the top 10 from each qualifying group to form a semi-final of a total of 20 climbers. Semi-finals for these women, by the way, will be on Friday, September the 14th in the Olympia World in Innsbruck, 1 p.m. and then they'll have their final at 7 p.m. So that's what they're all aiming for. 2.5 minutes left for Stasa Gejo on the left in Group A and Katja on the right in Group B to find a top, and that's a top from Katja. It was just her second top, Katja. Could do with finding it. She's in 3rd place right now, but the cavalry are coming, and I think 3 tops would feel a lot more secure for Berit than the current 2 that she has. Stasa needs to find something here. 145.
Stasa's just got to keep it together here. She's definitely good enough to get a top here. Made that jump and then came off the jump a couple of times, but she's really got to just focus on this top section now. Really smoothly up this initial section. It's really interesting. A lot of climbers hit that left hand, the right hand pings off that hold and then just re-stabilise. This is it now for Stasa. Oh, easily done in the end. Yeah, she's just saying, oh, what was it all about? Because in the end, it was an absolute piece of cake on that top move. There was a nervous minute or 2 there for Stasa, and in the end, gets it done, and I think that will sort the head game out a little bit for her. Looking for the sort of stacked crimp on the right-hand side. She was nervous initially going through that move, and I think as she started moving towards it, she knew she was going to catch that finish hold with no issues.
On number 2, She's having a really good semi-final so far. Got the first boulder done, 6th attempt. She got the second boulder done on her second go.
Looked so strong on that move. This is the replay of her. Hit that zone hold with just the one hand and looked really comfortable with it as well. Right foot didn't even release off that lower red hold. Hand to foot match as well without flipping underneath. Stasa Gejo, like you said, Charlie, looking in fine form.
Tiny bit of skin visible underneath all the tape. Can't be troubling her too much. Superb performance from Stasa Gejo. I have to say that this 5-minute rotation so far has all been about Janja Garnbret. She was only a participant for the first 50 seconds of the 5-minute rotation. Flash boulder 1.
I think with Janja settling for silver medal in the lead, I think she's out for blood in this bouldering.
Yeah, she's been quite open about the fact that she's been training very hard for the bouldering. It's been a big focus for her. Stasa now backstage next to Katja. Very rare we get to see behind the wall live during the competition.
Really just trying to dial it back when she sits in that stage. You can see Stasa just as
poker player, you're always pretty sure what she's thinking. No concealing the emotions. You could see her talking to herself there, just getting a bit frustrated with herself. And if she has taken a look at the big screen, she might be well advised not to try quite as hard as she was on that attempt, grimacing with the effort. And these moves are so physical, and she's going to be climbing in the final at 7 p.m. tonight. So if she does know, might be well advised not to risk any injury.
This Margot Hayes method then that seems to be working for her at the moment. Almost a finger lock between the volume and the blocker hold that she's currently resting on. So many methods on this boulder we've seen. Let's see what she makes of the top section though. This will be her final attempt. She's only got 10 seconds left as well. She does need to get a bit of a move on. Oh, just goes for the pinch.
Yeah, close but no cigar for Stasa. If she didn't earlier, she should have a quick look at the big screen. Actually, I'm just watching her. She's just walking off the stage. I think you were right, Mike. I think she did have a look at the screen, because she didn't bother to check it as she left. She's in 3rd place, and she's going to make the final. Janja Garnbret didn't get anything on number 3, so Akio Noguchi, the last climb, jump rather than trying to stop midway as she did on her first attempt. Now she makes it work. Stasa nails that. Up to the zone. There is a tiny foothold for her right foot there. You can't make it out, but there is something there for the foot, just a little nubbin to go off.
Great work from Stasa there. That last move for another go.
Stasa's dad Slobodan there.
Sticks it this time. Which hand will she go? She doubles up. That hold is blocked. She pulls back on for another go with just 25 seconds left. Stasa's giving this everything now.
Straight back up. It's only 10 seconds ago that Stasa was here. She'll get her foot up onto that tiny foothold on the red volume, and she'll launch for the top, and she is almost rewarded.
Over here. Double catches, triple catches, 5-way catches.
There's Stasa. Lots of different methods employed. Minor details making a big difference.
It's a real battle up to this stage. Frontline stuff.
Stasa Gejo now. What fingers has she got taped this time? It looks like it's first 3 fingers on her left hand, only the pinky and the thumb untaped from what I saw then.
Really feel for the climbers when they have to get taped up. It sort of really can put you off quite significantly. That left hand, fingertip-wise anyway, won't be too important all the way up until later on this boulder, so hopefully Stasa can make it work. Oh, no issues, doesn't need the toe catch, doesn't even release the right foot at all until she's fully controlled the zone hole. That was really nice from Stasa. Now that tape's going to be a little bit more tricky for her. This is the position Miho was in for quite some time, back and forth.
This is her first attempt, Stasa zone on her first go. She's now got 2 zones. Only the second one that she couldn't find a zone on.
Got to commit to pushing up high now, a big stand-up move. So she's going to try and go dynamically.
Oh, and lands it perfectly, Stasa. Just somehow needs to stay in balance, and she drops down onto that volume. Gets the left foot on, she's gunning for that big hole at the top, that big yellow hole. She still needs to get as close as she can. Top for Stasa Gejo.
Brilliant.
That's what it means to the family.
She really had to believe in herself there. The way that she did that dynamic move across was all or nothing. Couldn't quite believe how it stuck. She couldn't believe it stuck. And somehow managed to fire up to the finish hole. Where did that come from?
That was a flash from Stasa Gejo. It felt like she was on the boulder an awful long time, but it was her first attempt. Let's have another look at the top. Oh, she wasn't going to miss from there.
Absolute maximum beans to that finish hold. What a moment. Finals come alive all of a sudden.
The hours of training, the early nights when your friends are going out, that's when it all becomes worth it. Topping a boulder in the World Championship final to take the lead. Could be temporarily. Of course, Janja Garnbret still to come. Jessie Pilzer, Kiyo Noguchi and Petra Klingel still to come as well on this boulder, but Stasa Gejo, one top and two zones.
Great to see the family going wild there.
Brilliant moment from Stasa Gejo. It feels like this final was just ignited. It just needed that spark. On the first boulder, we had Janja Garnbret finding a top. We almost had her finding a top on the second boulder. And impressive person as well as an impressive climber. And she, at age 19, just continues to push the boundaries, continues to rewrite the rules of climbing. She is now, as I said to her on stage, the first multi-discipline world champion woman. So we'll have a flower ceremony now. Get yourself down to the Marktplatz if you're in Innsbruck. Not out the question that Mike Langley and myself might be down there with a cold beverage. As yet unspecified, but you could probably guess watching the medals. Yeah, sparkling water, yeah, well, I don't know. I suppose it is the weekend, we can stretch to sparkling water. And we'll be down in the Marktplatz. Get yourself down there, we will be having a full podium ceremony.
Stasa Gejo's third place there. It was a great performance from her tonight. She really put on a great show. So great to watch her, and she was really, really impressive. Boulder number 2, so close to sticking the top on boulder number 1 as well. Only her and Janja really got anywhere on boulder number 1. I think Stasa will go home really happy with that. Kiyo Noguchi's second place. She's going to have to come back, fight another year for the gold medal of the World Championships, but another medal for Kiyo Noguchi, and how impressive she was on boulder number 4.
Here she is, Janja Garnbret. This is my third season on the IFSC live stream. And in women's climbing, particularly on the lead, but more and more in the bouldering as well, it's just all been about Janja Garnbret. She's dominated every season of lead climbing that I've been on the live stream for. She is now Boulder World Champion. How far can she go? How good can she be? They're really the only questions hanging over Janja Garnbret now. There's no question of her ability to do it week in, week out. There's no question of her ability to do it on the very biggest stage when it matters most. There's no question of her ability to deal with pressure or to maintain motivation. And as I say, the questions now are just how far out can she push the records? What can her winning percentage be whenever it is that she decides she's had enough of this? I mean, we could be looking at this
next 10 years,
12 years. I mean, look at Kiyo Noguchi, she's 10 years older than you. So there we have it, Stasa Gejo, bronze medalist in the World Championship. Kiyo Noguchi picks up a 4th World Championship medal, and Janja Garnbret becomes the first woman to win a World Championship.
So as the current European champion, you won bronze here in Innsbruck, which is your first World Championships actually, and it's your first medal. How was the competition for you, and why are you so good in competing at major events?
Well, it was not my first World Championships. I was in Paris 2 years ago, and I finished 7th, unfortunately. So actually being in finals was a great success for me. because I got better than the last time I competed in the World Champs, and being on the podium is really just a cherry on the top. Yeah, as you said, I compete really well on major events. I can't really figure it out quite well, but since European Championships, World Games, and now these World Championships, it seems to me that those big events bring some special spirit to me, and that I just have a lot of faith, because, you know, World Cups happen all the time. You have 7 of them during the year, and also I have some special World Cups where I love to perform on a really high level. Maybe I should change this and start performing extremely well in all of them. But big events have something in them, and it has some spirit that motivates me even more.
And Stasa, it seemed that you were struggling quite a lot with your skin on your fingers during the finals. Did you just lose a lot of skin on the previous boulders, or was there another problem behind it?
Well, maybe my skin wasn't really perfect before the start of this competition at all. I mean, on qualification round, and then when you have new volumes and really bad skin, you know, it's not a good combination, and it can't last for long. So I tried to grow some more skin in between the days of qualification and semifinals, but semifinals did their job in peeling off a lot of layers. So I wasn't left with much later.
Okay, thank you.